this area now because this area is very vulnerable when we look at the upper air winds. This severe thunderstorm warning there you see just to the north of Detroit that outlined the yellow area. The cities of Farmington Hills and Southfield and even Troy, Lapser, and Oakland counties under severe thunderstorm warnings because of this squall line approaching Detroit from the west. Very, very gusty winds up to 50 miles an hour are possible, so please be careful. Heavy rain falling too, creating flooding problems near Chicago. Here's Nick with more on that.
Yeah, we've seen that abundantly today around much of Illinois, and the flood concerns continue in the Chicago area, where we've had water over roadways and actually numerous flood reports from Chicago down into the central portion of Illinois, back into Iowa and even Missouri. All of these symbols depict where we've had reports of flooding, and they are numerous, as you can see. The local authorities are saying don't drive if you don't have to. There's still a lot of water out there covering the roadways, and we're still seeing flood warnings up for the Chicago region, including Aurora, Chicago, and Thornton. This covers portions of Grundy, Kendall, and Will counties. The flood threat just continuing into tonight and probably transitioning into a river flood threat over the next couple of days, as we've already seen rivers on the rise, and we might even see some record flooding from portions of Illinois back into Iowa and southward into Missouri as well. The St. Louis area has been inundated with water today. We have flood warnings to the east of you now into Illinois. This covers, let's see, that's the tornado warning for Jackson and Perry County. It's not picking up the flood warning there east of St. Louis, but numerous counties are under that flood warning into southern Illinois and even back into southern portions of Missouri, Howell, Shannon, and Texas counties among those that are seeing the flooding problems, as we've had 2 to 3 inches of rainfall throughout that area, and we'll continue to find more of that pushing eastward here today. As this area of low pressure pushes eastward tomorrow, more heavy rain could inundate the Carolinas northward into the northeast and southward, with thunderstorms into the deep south. We'll be looking for stormy skies to continue here. In Chicago, we've had the flood threats. The flood watch still continues here, and Chicago's deep tunnel system, that backup system that you have to try to keep the flood waters at bay, it was just inundated today. It was overwhelmed. It was filled up, and as a result, we've seen some sewer backups throughout the Chicago region, and 4 inches of water in the basement there at Libertyville, Illinois. Southward into Missouri, flood watches continue around the St. Louis area, so more flooding problems could abound here. We're going to eventually clear it out here, but as I said, even after we do that, we will see the river flooding problems, more rain coming back into the picture here by Tuesday. Now let's talk more about the cold air behind all this, Vivian.
Yeah, on the backside of Yogi, we're pulling down that cold air. You're checking in with Kansas City right now. Temperatures have just eclipsed the 40-degree mark, but pretty much all afternoon up to this point, we were only in the 30s, so an indication that that cold air has just been pulled down. Very cold behind Yogi. That is the top story. So here's a look at the overall conditions. Temperatures, by the way, across this region running a good 10, 15, 20, even almost 30 degrees below average. As you can see, sub-freezing readings being reported across this region. The jet stream taking a dive southward, just allowing that cool pool of air to filter down across this region. There you have it, North Platte, Nebraska, barely above freezing today, and that's a good 29 degrees below average. Even tomorrow, that cold air will be pushing into your region, Chicago, after the heavy soaking, flooding rains of today. Only 45 degrees tomorrow, the afternoon high about 13 degrees below average. And taking you back to Kansas City, up to about 55 degrees tomorrow, then 65 on Saturday. So it'll be warming up at least for the next 4 days, and then we're back down into the middle 40s. That will be because of the next system that'll be coming across into the middle of the country. Of course, we'll keep you updated, but Yogi, Winter Storm Yogi, the severe weather side and the wintry side, our top story here at the Weather Channel. We'll keep you updated.
suggest